Good good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. How's it going? So I've been talking about doing some harmonica kind of review type talking about harmonicas. Um, the one that it's funny because I mentioned that in a previous vlog, and I said the first one I have is a doozy. And I pulled it out today. Whoops, I'm gonna drop it on the floor today. It's this new model by Hohner called the Blues Bender. And on the first time I played this, I thought it was an absolute piece of shit. But it's actually not so bad. When I pulled it out, I was testing it against a Special 20, and so it's not bad. I mean, it's not very airtight. It's definitely, like, you're better off buying, this one's like $32 or $33 with tax. You're better off buying a Suzuki Heartmaster for the same price, pretty much, because it plays twice, 3 times as good as this does. Anyway, but this wasn't as bad as I thought. Excuse me. So I wanted to. I was going through my harps the other day. Now that I have a nice in our Beethoven suite, our music room, I have a nice place to put my orchestral harmonicas and my chromatic harmonicas, and ones I don't necessarily keep in the case of the harmonicas that are in my what I call my working set right now. Now I've done a lot of, like, I'm a big fan of the chromatic harmonica. For years I've used one of the, like, a Hohner 64 chromatic harmonica. Hohner 64 Hohner 64 is what it's called, and it's a 4-octave chromatic harmonica with a low C, like the tenor C octave. It's a beautiful instrument. I was trying to fix something in it. Something was jimmied in it. I took it apart and failed to put it back together correctly. Ended up really messing it up. And now, I can still play it, but the slide doesn't work at all. And part of the beauty of having a chromatic instrument is the slide. So you can get those sharps and flats. Now, a lot of the blues playing I do on chromatic is done without the slide anyway. And on a C chromatic, I'd be playing in 3rd position D. Anyhow, what I'm getting to is this harmonica here, the Chromonica. This was a early model that Hohner used to put out. For people basically learning the chromatic harmonica, I would assume. It's a beautiful instrument. It plays really well. They don't make them anymore. I own 2 of these. One of them has a wonky note. And this one, the slide, for ages, the slide didn't work. And then I moved into this new house, and something happened in the move that made the slide work. Great. So, chromatic harmonicas are tuned entirely differently than a diatonic harmonica. They're tuned like a piano, with the open, like, just the normal notes being like the natural notes, and when you press the button, you get the sharps and flats, like C sharp. So, I don't know. Anyhow, this harmonica is very special to me because this was left on years and years and years ago, back in the 90s. I had a dear dear friend named Sarah, and she died of a heroin overdose. She was the very first friend I had who had died of a heroin overdose, or a drug overdose of any type. And so this was kind of left to me by the family. I ended up with it anyway. This was her harmonica. Now the chromonica, the Hohner chromonica, is done up like it's 10 holes, so it's like it's like 2.5 octaves. You know, this like the standard chromatic, like pretty much the standard chromatic people's play these days is a 12-hole model. There's various models, like various manufacturers make them, but you usually find chromatic harmonicas in the 12-hole formation or a 16-hole formation. But they don't make these 10-holers anymore, not these ones anyway. But yeah. I'm not the best chromatic player. I mean, so playing them solo, I'm not very good at them. I did use chromatic harmonicas quite often in the Silverhearts when we were playing. I used my Hohner 64 for a couple tunes, and I used I have a 12-hole Hohner Super Chromonica in the key of F of all keys to find a chromatic harmonic in. So I would play a waltz, like we played a waltz in G minor, and that would be the harp I would play in third position on. You know, so I find chromatic harmonicas when I'm playing with other people. I'm pretty good at it, but to just diddle around on one on my own, I'm not so proficient. I did record on my latest album, Corey Darlin Corey, on Mirkwood Recordings, which you can look up and find if you feel the want. You can find it here on YouTube too. Probably in my playlist, Harmonicas Are the Best. I did a song called my Resting Place, and it's quite a long song done on the lower octaves mainly of my Hohner 64. But other than that, you know, chromatic harmonicas fit well with me in a band situation, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. But regardless, I love this instrument. I think it's super cool. I remember being a little kid when I was first picked up the harmonica in 1979, looking in the Wilco harmonica display rack and seeing this one up on the top shelf and being fascinated by it because it had this slide button. And but I was warned against it by the person selling the instruments as a beginner, because this was not a beginner's instrument. And you know, I've been playing harp for 40 years and I'm still an absolute beginner at the 10-hole Hohner chromonica. That's for sure. But I love it regardless. It's a beautiful instrument. Yeah, wood body. They don't make them like this anymore, you know. I'm lucky to have two of them. You know, one day I'll get that wonky note fixed. I'm just afraid to take apart another one of my beautiful chromatic harmonicas and have it explode on me and throw parts everywhere. But anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to do a little harmonica video. I've been talking harmonica, and got a new subscriber from a harmonica page I'm part of this morning, and yeah, so it's been on my mind, harmonicas. So yeah, I hope you're all doing good and well. Sorry, my playing wasn't quite so wonderful on this video. Like I say, this instrument is not the instrument I'm very proficient at, but I do love it very much. Both this instrument and the instrument itself, conceptually. So yeah, I hope you're all good and well. Thanks to my new subscriber, Harmonica Player is the name of the channel. And I hope you all have a fantastic, wonderful, wonderful day. Be well, everyone.